So, in the Davis lab, we're extremely interested in how brains work and how memories are formed at a cellular level. So, when your brain makes a new connection and it makes a new memory, it really is a physical connection. So, the cell grows and buds out new synaptic connections. And this can happen extremely quickly. So, in our factory analogy, this is like one end of the factory suddenly needing to make an extension. So what it does is it needs to build up lots of proteins, which are the building blocks, the bricks, the cement, all of that kind of thing, the physical structure of this extension, and it needs to build them extremely quickly. Now, the instructions for that are in our DNA in the office, but that's all the way down the other end of the factory, and it's really far away, and they need to do it quick, quick, quick. So what the cell does is it keeps copies of certain instructions, certain RNA instructions, close to hand, and it uses them to build the proteins locally, and they don't have to wait for them to be transported down from the rest of the cell. And that means this connection, this extension, this new synapse can be built extremely quickly. And that's what happens in our cells. And in the Davis lab, we're very interested in figuring out which genes, which RNAs there are that are kept locally, where they're kept, how quickly they're turned into proteins, all of these kind of things. So that's what we're interested in, and this is why we're so interested in RNA, because it is what makes it possible to make quick synaptic connections that would be utterly impossible otherwise if we had to wait for the proteins or the new copies of the RNA to come from the nucleus.